Thank you for the question. And what I have to say, all of us, every church in this period was faced by very special, very special challenges because we never, in our memory, in memory of our generations, we never faced something like this. But when we started this when we formulated our reaction on this problem, on this challenge, uh, we found that in centuries our predecessors had something like that, because this pandemic was not first epidemic situation in the world, but of course we never had so global epidemic, so global pandemic before. Um, it was difficult moment, especially in the beginning, in the March and April and May of 2020. As I remember, many people were sick, and almost nobody knew what to do with them. So it was the time, the most difficult time. We had no medicine, we had no vaccines, and something like that. And of course, the first answer of the churches on this challenge was to help people to understand what to do, because it was the first problem in the very beginning of this situation. Nobody knew what to do, how to react, especially in our Christian world. It was the time when we had Holy Land and Great Land and Easter time. So it was special challenge what to do. Do we have to go to the churches on these great events, or we have to sit at our homes and keep ourselves and our brothers and sisters from this virus? More or less, leaders of Christian world, our patriarchs, our metropolitans, and so on, um, um, declared their position on it, and it was more or less clear in different parts of the world that we have to take care, first of all, about, even if we don't afraid this sickness, we have to take care about our brothers and sisters, because as we know, somebody has no any uh, signs of this sickness, but could give it to others. So it was important, and it was our mission as a Christians. Unfortunately, we can underline on also that many people in many churches, maybe not in every church, many group of people, they didn't understand this position, because they recognize this challenge as a sign of final time, of sign of eternity, or something like that. And they thought that if they show that they are brave in front of this problem, this virus, it will indicate that they are real Christians. But now, after 2 years, we can see that our leaders were right in this, because even if we are brave, we have to take care about other people. So more or less, it was a common position of the churches, and we can we can underline that we gave an answer on this problem, in this aspect of this pandemic. It was in some moments it was common answer of Christians, because I remember one moment also in that beginning of this pandemic, when Pope Francis mentioned this position, and Patriarch Kirill of Russia mentioned almost the same. So it was the voice of Pope Tawadros of Coptic Orthodox Church, as I remember, somebody else. So we can say that it was common answer. Second one, of course, it was challenge for our social services of our churches, because, and this aspect was where we had to indicate that we are Christians, that we are brave, that we are that we don't afraid this virus, because our priests went to the hospitals, they gave communion to the people who were there, and something like that. They supported them. This is the line, the aspect, second one, where we had to indicate our brave, if we are brave. And also, I can mention that churches gave this answer in this aspect of pandemic. Third challenge was that we couldn't communicate with each other like as we do it before, face to face. And it was, we were sad in this time, and we tried to use this new format, online format, and now we have this. We already we already became another people, because we can use all these devices and everything. But anyway, we miss our real community, our real meetings, and time by time we had this, but very few times during these 2 years. It was third challenge, and unfortunately, this tragedy, this situation when many thousands of people died, didn't teach global world anything, because we can suppose that in this situation, in front of this problem, the world must be united, the nations, churches, and so on, countries. But what we have now, in the end, as I hope, of this situation, more and more divisions in the world, in political sphere and in the church field, unfortunately. So I hope we will discuss this issue also during our meeting today. But very sad that pandemic and this tragedy didn't teach us anything on global level. So as Christians, we have to mention this, because it was the lesson from God. Anyway, it was the lesson. Anything what happens in our life is the lesson from God, especially events like this.